Guys, I would just like to make a really quick video about importance of something we often neglect to do. And this is specifically related to actually sort of issue specific to a Toyota, but for any car, I guess it is important to check hoses. And this is a vacuum hose that goes to PCV valve in a Toyota 2.4 and 2.7 liter engines. And because of the location of this, it's hard to get to. You have to go under the car, dig it. Some people even end up taking off intake manifold. But why it is important, the problem here with Toyota hose specific is that if you look at it, this end, this end of the hose was not in the engine block side, so it wasn't really hot, and I can squeeze it, you see. So the rubber remains sort of like flexible, and I can squeeze it. Well, this other end, and if you see a little crack here, I broke it later actually. I can't even squeeze anything here. You see, I can't squeeze. So this is like hard, like almost like metal here or some plastic, not rubber for sure. So what happened over time, when it becomes hard, okay, and it sits on top of PCV valve, it's now just, sort of like the clamp that goes here, it's so skinny, so tiny, it's not pushing through it, okay? So it's really loose, okay, on top of the PCV valve, okay, over time, because it got hard, okay, and clamp cannot clamp it down really well, and that's why you have a leak here, okay, from the hose and PCV valve, okay? So for Toyota owners, it is actually recommended that you check this hose, okay? Because this was from nearly 10 years old car, okay? And see, this end is so hard now, and this one I can squeeze, okay? So that's the problem, and it's advisable for you to check, okay, to check your particular car, to get to this hose over these engines. It's like 2008, 10, 12, and so on. I think it's in Camry. You can see this in Highlander with 4-cylinder. You have to go under right front or passenger side front wheel, and you really have to stretch to get to it, and it's really hard sort of get it, but it's not impossible. In fact, I did it. I changed the valve, but it's completely blind job. You basically do it all by your hand. You feel what your hand is doing, and that's how you do it, because there is no real good access there. So there it is. Hose loses its elasticity over time. Thank you, guys.